Hi everyone, Dalton here. I just finished watching the first season of the Arknights anime. Let me tell you, it's not bad, but it's far from great either. Welcome to my review of the anime adaptation of our favorite game, Arknights. Let's start with the setting. The world of Arknights takes place on Terra, a planet plagued by natural disasters called catastrophes. These events leave behind Originium, a resource both powerful and deadly, as it causes a disease named oripathy. This divides society into two groups, the healthy and the infected people who suffer from both the disease and constant discrimination. It's a setup full of potential for drama and conflict, and trust me, there is drama and there is conflict. On the one side of the conflict we have Rhodos Island, a pharmaceutical and I would say military organization working to cure oripathy and also fighting for the rights for the infected people. On the other side we have a Reunion, and this is a military group of infected people fighting back against their oppression, but more through violence rather than through dialogue. Here's my first criticism. Both sides at their core could be morally complex, but the anime leans heavily toward making Rhodos Island the heroes by telling that Reunion is, for example, killing innocent people and portraying Talulah, their leader, as cold, ruthless figure who doesn't even care about her own people. A perfect example of Talulah doesn't give a fuck about her people is a Chernobyl scene. But no spoilers though. The story would be far more engaging if Reunion were depicted in less black and white manner. It feels like the writers intended to do this but failed to execute it properly, at least in the first season of the anime. There is a try to do it, there is a try to make us feel bad for the Reunion by the end of season 1, close to the end, but in my opinion this try still failed. So how does the anime even begin? It starts with the doctor waking up with no memory. We met Amiya, the leader of Rhodos Island, and we are thrown into action as we are pursued by the Reunion forces. And to be honest, the first episodes feel pretty bland. It is mostly just moving from point A to point B, fight some Reunion troops, then moving on again. We are moving with Rhodos Island group of soldiers. The battles lack excitement except for one standout scene where the doctor uses their strategic device, which basically looks like a smartphone. I don't know, maybe it is even a smartphone, not sure, to assess the battlefield and direct Rhodos Island. That moment captures the game essence perfectly. But unfortunately, we don't see much more of this in this season. And I'm telling you, it's really unfortunate because this scene was actually really good. And what about the Doctor? As a character, Doctor feels lackluster. Yes, he had amnesia, but almost all interactions between Amiya and Doctor is like Doctor encouraging Amiya and stating the obvious. Like Doctor is just telling, no, whatever you are doing, Amiya, I'm with you, and so on and so forth. It's just, it feels like really simple. There is lack in some more in-depth interactions between them. That's at least my observation. And what about Amiya? Despite being the leader of also military organization, she often seems more symbolic than active in battles. And here I will be giving some spoilers from episodes 7 and 8. So you can skip this part. Feel free to use chapters. I put the chapters in the description. You can also see them on timeline. Just this part will be marked as a spoiler. I'm gonna be talking about her confrontation with Skull Shatterer, a key moment where she's forced to kill him and it leaves her visibly shaken, like she is shocked. And while this adds some emotional depth, it's surprising for someone in her position. This actually surprised me. This scene also raised like a lot of questions for me. Does Rhodos Island never kill anyone? Like it seems absurd in a world like this. Especially we as a viewers see Amiya fighting with Reunion before. So are all of her attacks non-lethal? I just did not understand. I was thinking that when they are fighting with the Reunion, they're actually, you know, killing them. But this scene seems like it's not actually happened. So I don't know what they are doing. This is extremely pacifist approach and it feels so naive that it becomes a little hard to believe. This world full of catastrophes, world of people who actually use force, and Amiya is a leader of pharmaceutical organization but also military one, is shocked because she killed someone. I just did not understand this scene. Like, I just did not. Maybe someone will be able to explain this to me, because it just feels so naive, as I said. Amiya is not really convincing in her role. She's a leader, but during battles she's actually not leading anyone. It's more like a doctor role. I don't know, it just feels really blurry. She's also really emotional driven, which contrasts with their position. And then there is Talulah, who initially comes off as ruthless leader willing to sacrifice her own people, as I said previously. I found her fascinating, and I wish she were present with more nuance like Geto from Jujutsu Kaisen. Merciless toward enemies but deeply loyal to her allies. Her design alone makes her one of the most intriguing characters in the series. For me, she's more mysterious in an interesting way than the Doctor itself. The rest of the Reunion's leaders could have been the perfect way to explore moral ambiguity, but most of them barely leave an impact. They appear briefly, then vanish, feeling more like placeholders rather than real threats. The visuals of the anime are fine. I think that for a lot of people the dark atmosphere might be kinda depressing, but that actually what this anime and what this world's supposed to be. It's dark and it's full of danger. And I would say the vibe in the anime reflect those feelings really good. So to sum up, when it comes to pros of this show, there is a really immersive world building and the world is actually really dark. You feel it, that the world is depressing, that the situation is serious. There are also some beautiful character designs, such as Talulah, as I said. I believe this character is really cool. A lot of characters in Arknights have weird ears, like, I don't know, bunny ears or like horns. This might contrast with the dark atmosphere, but I would say it's not that bad. There are some good scenes, especially the second part of the season 1. I found really interesting. When it comes to some cons, it's really slow pacing, especially early on. It just might be boring for you. The Doctor and Amiya roles feels underwhelming. Reunion leaders lack the depth and development. The Doctor's strategic device, crucial in the game, it seems to be just add to the anime because it needs to be shown somewhere, right? For me, it's a missing opportunity to highlight the tactic importance of the Doctor. Also about second main character, Amiya often fails to lead during battles, making her role feel symbolic rather than functional. The moral ambiguity of the show is weakened by the clear depiction of Reunion as villain, reinforced by senseless violence and tyrannical Talulah. But what do you think about the show? For me, it's like a solid 5 out of 10, I would say. As I said, it's not really bad. It's just not good either. Let me know what do you think, and I won't obviously watch season 2 and I will do it soon. Same for the upcoming season 3. So stay tuned and I will be dropping some more reviews for sure. Let me know what do you think and see you soon in the next videos. Bye.